Lesson 5-6, dividing decimals when there's a decimal point in the dividend. If you look at these practice problems at a quick glance, you'll notice a pattern. Some of the divisors, meaning the number outside the bracket, are 1-digit and 2-digit, and we've had plenty of practice with that by now. But inside the bracket, you'll notice that each of the dividends, which is the number that we're setting out to divide, contains a decimal point. Now, here's the good news. This situation is very easy to handle. When you see a decimal point in the dividend and the divisor is a whole number, all you have to do is insert a decimal point right where it lies and then perform division as if this was just a whole number. In other words, imagine that this number here was 40,976 divided by 8. As long as you line up everything correctly, you're going to be okay. Let's get started. We're going to find how many times 8 goes into 40, which is 5. Line up that 5 carefully over the 0. Multiply that out. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract. Bring down. Go back to find. 8 goes into 9 one time. Bring down. 8 goes into 17 2 times. Multiply. 8 times 2. Bring down. I'm starting to run out of space here, but we're almost done. 8 goes into 16 twice. And that's going to be clean. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract that out. Nothing left to bring down. Nothing left over. I have my answer, 51 2200ths. Problem 5. Same situation. There is a decimal point here, but the divisor is a whole number. So all I have to do is insert a decimal point right above it and solve. 15 goes into 2. No, 15 goes into 21 once. 15 multiplied by 1 is 15. Subtract that out. 1 needs to borrow. 11. Bring down the 7. 15 goes into 67. How many times? 15, 30, 45, 60. 4 times. 15 times 4 is 60. Subtract that out. It gets 67 minus 60 is 7. Bring down the 5. And 15 is actually going to go into 75 cleanly. 15 goes into 75 5 times. 15 times 5 is 75 exactly. Our answer, 1 4500ths. Moving on. Same situation. Same steps. Insert the decimal point right above where you see it lie and solve. 7 goes into 1. No, 7 goes into 11 one time. 7 times 1 is 7. Subtract that out. 11 minus 7 is 4. Let's do our bring down. The new number that's formed is 43. 7 goes into 43 6 times. 7 multiplied by 6 is 42. Subtract that out. Do our bring down. 7 goes into 14 2 times. Multiply that out. Subtract. Nothing left to bring down. Nothing left over. 16 2/10 is our answer. Number 7, insert the decimal point. 18 goes into 19 once. 18 times 1 is 18. Subtract that out. 19 minus 18 is 1. Bring down the 0. 18 goes into 10 0 times. 18 times 0 is 0. Subtract. Bring down. Now, 18 goes into 108. About how many times? Well, 18 is close to 20. 20 times 5 is 100. I'm going to test out multiplying by 5. Side calculation here. 18 times 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 0 comes down. 4 gets carried. 5 times 1 is 5 plus the 4 is 9. 90 is under. But, oh, I got a good feeling about getting even closer. Do you see how 18 times 6 is going to get us right on the number? 6 times 8 is 48. 8 comes down, 4 gets carried. 6 times 1 is 6, plus the 4 is 10. Yes, we got a final answer. I know it's looking a little messy here. Of 10 and 6/10. Moving on. Insert the decimal point. Find 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract. Bring down. 2 goes into 7 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. Bring down. 2 goes into 13 6 times. 2 times 6 is 12. Subtract. Now we have a remainder. Let's extend the problem. Add a 0. Bring it down. Yes, 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Now we have a complete answer. Finally, number 9. Insert the decimal point. And 43, how many times does 43 go into 3? No. 37, no. 378. Okay. 43 is close to 40. 40 times 9 is 360. Let's test out multiplying by 9. Side calculation. 43 times 9. Got a feeling we're going to overshoot it, but 9 times 3 is 27. 7 comes down, 2 gets carried. 9 times 4 is 36, plus the 2 is 38. Yep, overshot it slightly, so I feel very confident an 8 is going to go here. But let's see what 43 times 8 is. 8 times 3 is 24. 2 gets carried. 8 times 4 is 32, plus the 2 is 34. And 344 gets copied down here. Let's subtract. 8 minus 4 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down the 4. And hey, this looks familiar. We already figured out that 43 goes into 344 8 times. Those cancel. Nothing left to bring down. We got an answer of 88 hundredths.